Okay, I've started already answering your questions. Before that, who am I, what I'll be providing you, and what is that you need to keep up with the class, everything I'll be telling you, so that it will be useful for you to plan your studies. And also when you're studying through your other subjects also, I'll be giving you a notes wherein you can quickly revise this particular subject as well. Yep. So from my end, I'll be giving you two materials, sir. The first one will be your PDF, or you can even call this as your study material. Yes, sir. The second thing what I'll be giving you is your notes. Sir, notes you will be writing in the class. Sir, this will be written in the class. So we will be giving you in the form of, I'll be writing it. You can copy down. Sir, at the end of the chapter, I'll be giving you something called as summary charts. Sir, what is summary charts? Almost it will be the same thing whatever we have written in the form of notes. But yes, at the end of every chapter, I believe by now you guys would have seen that various faculties were doing summary charts. The same thing even I'll be doing. Yes, everything will be in handwritten. Nothing as of now, nothing will be in complicated things. Everything will be the way you have written it. Yes, so that is something which will be provided. So the notes and summary charts will almost be the same, but yes, summary charts will be a little more condensed when compared to your notes. Sir, now what should we study? Where should we study from? Sir, first of all, which subject you are handling? Sir, you have a subject called what, sir? Loss. Sir, what loss, sir? Sir, there is a paper 2 in your foundation. Sir, it is called as business loss. I'll be only handling the 60 marks part. I believe the business communication, it is already done, or it will be done by some other faculty. I'll not be handling the part B. The section A, that is your business laws of 60 marks, this part I will be handling. Sir, okay, now the question is, how many chapters are there? How many, what is the weightage? Can we leave any chapter and go? We had done this in our 10th or our PU, in wherever levels you are. Sir, we had done this in our previous curriculum. Can we leave any chapter here and go? People, very simple. You cannot leave any chapter. Not even one chapter you can leave and go. Every chapter you need to study. Pakka, sir. You need to study. Even one chapter you can't leave it as an option. First thing, every chapter is compulsory. Okay, sir. Sir, second thing. Sir, 5 chapters. It's very simple. Okay. In that you have subunits. Yeah, in Indian Contract Act, you have another 6 chapters under that. Sale of goods, another 4. Partnership, under that, another 3. And yes, these two are standalone, single chapters. Sir, so in a snapshot, this is going to be your syllabus. Sir, weightage, I'm sure that you guys would have seen this. It's not given by me. This is provided by your institute itself. This thing I have not made, it is given by ICAI itself. I am not telling from which chapter how many marks is gonna come. Sir, this thing is given to you by your institute itself. Now this is made for every subject, people, every subject. So sir, now I just have to show you, nothing will sit here because you do not know what is what, which chapter is what. So I'm just showing it to you. After everything, the last day again you will see this, it will make sense. But for now, at least know which chapter has the maximum weightage. If you see, Indian Contract Act is very important. It will be asked for 25 to 35% of the marks. 25 to 35% of 60 marks. Yes, I believe this comes to somewhere between how much? 15 to 21. Na? 25% of 60, 15 to 21. Yes. So this will be the weightage from this particular chapter. Yes, sir. Is there a place where they will ask for less than that? People, the maximum effort will be given so that the marks will be placed in this particular weightage only. Minimum 25%, maximum 35%. Is this clear? Yes, okay. Huh. Sir, accordingly, all the chapters, sir. Accordingly, all the chapters. Yes, all of you, sir. Accordingly, all the chapters will be spread across. Clear? This is pakka. Pakka. Sir, 5% is 3, 10% is 6. Easy math I am doing. Okay. Okay, sir. So this one, sir, 9 to 12 marks, sir. Sir, this one 12 to 15, sir. Sir, this one again 12 to 15, sir. This will be your chapter weightage. Yep. So if you can see, sir, if I can take a chance, you will have that no on the day of your revision, the day before the exam. You know which chapter to concentrate the maximum. Yeah. Which one you all will concentrate? Tell me. Now I have given you the chapter weightage. Which one will you concentrate the maximum? Chapter 1, huh? Chapter 1. First 3. Yeah? Okay. People, under chapter 1, there are 6 more lessons. It is called units. Sir, under second chapter, there are 4 more units. Sir, under third chapter, there are 3 more units. Sir, fourth and fifth, there is no more unit. It is a standalone one. There is no more subunits under it. It is one chapter, one unit. Fifth and fourth, both. So first 1, 2, 3, you are just looking it as one chapter, but under that you will be almost covering 13 chapters. So which one is the maximum? Now which one will you give preference? Sir, these 2 chapters, only 2 chapters. Look how many marks will be covered. Yeah. So sir, our elders say no, sir. Don't judge the book by its cover. Okay. But people, it's my promise that the day before the exam, I'll make sure you guys are reading everything. You guys are concentrating on everything. Yeah. I'll make sure that it is made easy for you to quickly revise the entire syllabus as well. So that is the reason I'll be providing you the notes, that is handwritten notes. Copy that in the class. I'll see even if that effort can be reduced. Yes, so whatever is possible, I'm just trying it out. So we'll see whatever can be done. Yes, so for now, whatever I'll be writing, I'll tell you, copy down. That time you can copy it down. Clear? All of you? Make sense? Sure? Yes? Okay, sir. Sir? Yep. Okay, sir. Sir, now, sir, who are you, sir? Yes, sir. People, my name is Sai. Yes, sir. So, my name is Sai, and by profession, I am a company secretary and I have done my LLB. So, sir, that is the reason you are looking or you will be seeing my classes for your law or anything related to corporate law classes. Yes, that is the reason I'll be here. And that is about me. Okay. Okay, guys. So let us start your law. Sir, before starting our syllabus, first let us know what is law. What is law? In your language, what is law? Second thing, sir, why should a chartered accountant know law? You guys should, where will you work? Sir, your basically your job will revolve around numbers. Sir, taxation, accounting, valuation, sir, finance. Why do you need law? Why do you need law? So first thing, what is law? Why do you need law? Sir, we need to pass CA foundation, no sir. For that we need law. Law means rules. Okay. To know about business. Okay. Sir, guidelines. Okay. 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 Even accounting needs rules. Okay. So, people, the first thing, sir, why should a chartered accountant even know law? See, in India, whenever you talk about the professional courses, now concentrate, sir, whenever you talk about professional courses, sir, whenever you talk about any profession, basically it can be CA, it can be chartered accountant, company secretary, cost accountant. These professionals, they are expected to know a lot more than what they actually work on. Now, tomorrow you will be working in companies. A director will walk into your room and he will ask a suggestion on a certain aspect. Hey, chartered accountant, we want to do this. What is your opinion? You can't say, sir, I'm a chartered accountant. I know only accounts, finance, and taxation. You can't say that. There is a lot more responsibility than what you just think you will be handling. So you are expected to be a complete professional. So for that you need to know a few aspects of law and a deeper knowledge of whatever you're working. So here when I say law, you will be knowing a few aspects, how certain things work in the real life, sir, how certain things to be understood. If I work in a company, what and all are the rules and restrictions that will be there on the company? All these things you will be learning phase by phase, that is step by step. Yes, sir. So, sir, is it important? It is important. Sir, why? Two reasons. One, it will have importance even in your professional life. It will not end here. Sir, second, all of you want to clear, right? That is the reason you are here. Sir, they say that you need to score minimum 40 marks and you need to score an aggregate of 50%. Sir, aggregate is 50% and to pass you need 40 marks. Sir, to balance this at least you need no, sir. So, indirectly you need to know every subject, people. So, make sure you read and go everything. I'm telling you today, I generally tell to all my students, I know you guys are traveling on two boats, correct? You would be doing your degree, you would be doing something else along with that, or you are doing your PU, whatever it is. Sir, along with that, I'm doing my CA. Sir, where should I give more importance? Sir, my teachers there kill me with my assignments. They tell class test is coming, some test is coming. Where should I concentrate? We do not have clarity there, sir. People, I'll tell you one thing. I'll tell you one thing. Yeah, once you are a CA, yeah, once you are a CA, this is my qualification. Yeah, I did not write one more qualification. I have done this also. Yes. Now, how many of you are doing this? Yes. Once you have a greater profession in your resume, the minor one will not have its significance. This can be even neglected. It's okay. Any profession, it's okay. Because my life has started to work here because this is a major profession. This is a generic degree, generic one. I'm not saying it doesn't have value, but when you do a greater one, that will have a more, that will have more value. Now, when you become CS, now this will not have any value because you will be working on a profile where it is for a chartered accountant, not for a BCom, BBA, MBA graduate. It will be for a person where they need a CA to work. So, sir, for that, you need not score 90% here. You need not score 90% just to ignore that in your next life. So, for this, what you want, just manage it. All you need to do is manage it. But what people do ulta. Sir, I will manage my professional course, but I need to score in my degree. So, what you guys can do, if you guys are genuine, walk to your management, walk to your teachers, tell them what you are going through. Sir, I do not have time. I do not have time to write assignments. Can you give me a little leeway? When other students are writing 10, can I get any leverage? Most of the colleges are giving this. But make sure you guys do not take it as an excuse and you ruin your life. That should not happen. Yes. make sure CA is also there. This also goes on. Your degree or whatever PO you are doing, even that should go on. Provided just manage to pass. Just pass and come out of it. And I'll tell you one thing, once you do your CA and all, the syllabus will be so vast, this will be automatically covered. You need not specifically even read for it. The syllabus here will be so vast, this will be covered here. Yes, so sir, go and negotiate with your college. You need to invest less time on your degree, more time on your professional course. The first thing, writing of assignments and all, make sure which is your priority. Act towards your priority. Sir, before going to exam, before going to your law, before going to any of your CA related exam, you need to at least revise the paper 3 times. You should have revised the book 3 times at least. Pakka required. Or else concepts won't sit inside people. It won't sit in, because now you guys only think, how many of you even for how many of you this word itself is new? The word law, for how many of you this word itself is new? You don't know anything. So for you to understand this, how do you expect you to understand everything in one attempt? You will not. It will not sit inside. So when you read the first time, you will feel little difficult. It will be little bit difficult, but do not give up. It is common with everyone. So sir, what do you say? First thing, you need to complete the syllabus with me. Today I do, tomorrow's class you need to revise and come. Yeah? Sir, today we are done with the class. You need to make sure you revise and come for tomorrow's class. First thing. Sir, if I do not revise today, people, I'll tell you one thing. Lethargy is always spreads. A rotten tomato can kill all the tomatoes in the basket. Yes, a rotten tomato. That is how our character will also be. One day you leave, that will become a habit. But one good day will not spread every day. One good tomato cannot make the rotten tomato good, but one rotten tomato can make the other good tomato also fade away. Yes, so it is the same with every place. No, you take your gym also. One day you miss, next day you can't go. Lethargy is that. Negligence should not be there. Every day push. Just remember why you started this. All of you, yes. So that is one thing which I would say. Make sure every day you should revise. Come, read. If any doubt, come, sit, ask, and if it's cleared only, then walk out. If not, you sit there, I'll be also sit here. Until your doubts are cleared, even I won't go. End of the day, what I need, I want you guys to fly out of passing colors. You need to have your result in your hand. Make sure why you are here, it is there. No, don't just warm the bench and go away. Yup, all of you done? Okay, sir. Fully motivated. We'll see. 20 days journey. Second thing, second rule. Every day, no matter what, you have to be regular. What I am telling is, sir, what I am telling is, I am telling you the places or the ways you can increase your marks. People, even if you do not read, sit in the class, something you will be able to hear, something you will be able to understand. At least that is sufficient. Instead of not coming, not turning up, it's okay, come little late, it's okay, one day. Why do you have to miss every day? Yes, sure. 20 days, entire law. Yes, entire law. Done. Okay. Shall we start? Okay, sir. Okay, someone has a doubt. Yes. Sir, okay, sir, I'm from science. Can I still do? Okay, you have done science and PU, huh? Science PU. Okay. For your information, even I am from science. I have done PCME, physics, chemistry, maths, electronics. Yeah, so it is not difficult. Sir, how can you say? I am saying. I am right in front of you. So just focus, everything is easy. Yep. Sir, is this paper difficult? You will only know. I'll ask you by the end of this week. How is it? You guys only can say. Yes. Sir, now what is law? How is law? Why is law? People, one thing. See, in India, there are, if I have to tell you broadly, there are two types of laws. Yeah. Okay. Before even getting into laws, sir, in India, whenever a country should function, this is not in syllabus. I'm just telling it to you to get deeper to know about the law. Then I'll tell you what to write. This you need not write. Sir, in a country, say, let us say India. Sir, India has three organs. India has three organs. Sir, why are these organs? Sir, India has three organs, but why do we have three organs? People, to a country like us, to prosper, everything can't be done by one person. Your four subjects only are being divided by four faculties. How can you expect a country to run only by one person? So what does the people did? They have made it as three organs. Sir, three organs? Sir, three organs, yes. The first organ of India is called as legislature. So the second organ is called as executive. So the third organ is called as judiciary. Sir, legislature, executive and judiciary, sir. Sir, what is this legislature? Sir, legislative, sir, this is nothing but your MPs and MLAs. All of you, once in 5 years, yeah, I'm not sure how many of you are above 18 here. Once in 5 years, you guys go and put a vote and you will say, sir, I have done. All of you put fancy status on that day. I am a responsible citizen of country. I have done my job. You do your job. You give all possible, all possible gyan that day that you have done something to your nation, and you elect your MPs and MLAs. That one day you have done some achievement. Huh? So, sir, we elect them. What do they do? What is their job? Sir, these people look into the matters and they see that whether an act or a law is required for any particular administration. For example, so recently there is something called as GST which came into place. If you guys remember, a law on GST. Sir, there is something called as Companies Act, which is there in your syllabus also. Sir, how come these laws are passed? People, you elect your MPs and MLAs. They will sit in assembly. They will fight. Oh, sorry. They will debate. They will debate, and finally, when majority of the people agree that yes, we need to pass a bill, until then it is called as a bill. Sir, once everyone has accepted it, it goes to the President of India. So first, everything will be passed in the Parliament. Parliament, both the houses, it will be passed. Now, if I talk about, say, Companies Act, first it will be a draft. First only it will not become an act. It will be a draft. The draft will be first debated. Sir, where Parliament? Sir, where Parliament? Both the houses. Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha. Sir, majority of them should agree. Once it is agreed in both the draft, draft is basically a bill. What needs to be there in the law? Now, there are so many things, right? Once we go deeper, you will know what is what. Yeah, I'll tell you. Phase by phase, let us understand. So, sir, Parliament, both the houses accept, okay, this is what should be there in this particular act. Sir, when both the houses of Parliament accept it, and after that it will be given to our President of India. Who is our President? So, sir, Ramnath Kovind. Sir, it will be given to our President of India. Now President of India will go through it, and if it is everything is fine, he will sign the bill, whatever is the draft. Sir, once the parliament has agreed, sir, once the President of India also has agreed, sir, what started as a bill, what started as a draft bill will come out as an act. Sir, how will we know that an act has been passed in India? You will know through, just like your Facebook, whatever you want to share, you will share it by Facebook, right? Government of India shares everything in an official publication called as Official Gazette. So you should not believe anything wherever it comes, like Twitter, sir, Facebook only government of India has tweeted or they have replied, sir, that is official. No, it is not official. Until anything is not published in Official Gazette, yeah, until it is published here, it is like a publication. You can assume it like a newspaper only. Yes, so sir, Official Gazette, once anything is printed here, then it becomes an official act. Yes, sir. So, sir, once an act becomes official, now it will be, it should be followed by all the citizens of India. By all the citizens of India. Yes. Can you see this? Gazette, e-Gazette. Yes. See, if there is any law made, can you see there? Ministry of Women and Ministry, subject. Can you see that published date? I don't know how many of you have seen. It looks something like this. Have you guys seen this? Something like this? No? Okay, so this is only called as Gazette of India. Anything published here only then it is official. If not published, you should not believe. So once any draft is published here, it will be signed by the President of India. Sir, once it is signed, all of us need to follow. Sir, this is how a law is made in India. Yes, sir, now the law is made. Yeah, what if we do not follow? Sir, executive comes into picture. The second organ. Sir, law is made. The people have made law. Who? MPs, MLAs, President of India, they have signed. A law is followed. Sir, give us an example. Sir, traffic rules. You should not, what is that? You should not skip a traffic signal. Where is it written? You should wear a helmet. Where is it written? Triple riding not allowed. Where is it written? Everything is made by a law. Sir, now law is made. What if you guys do not follow? Your relative will be standing in the signal. No, he will tell you to stop. Yeah, who is that? Yes, sir. Sir, police officer. So, sir, executive comes into picture. What is the executive? Sir, legislature, they make law. Legislative make law. Executive implements law. Implements. If you do not follow, they will take care. Yeah? Yes, sir. If you do not follow, they will take care. Sir, okay, I did not follow. They came to me and they put a challan on me. Sir, they seized my vehicle. Now what to do? Sir, end of the day, anything what happens goes to a last person called judiciary. Sir, what is judiciary? Judiciary is nothing but court. Yes. So, sir, a law is made. If you do not enforce, there will be the authorities who will put you under jail, who will punish you. And for a remedy, you need to go to a last place, that is court. They are judiciary, they are your judges. So, sir, in India, the law is implemented, made, and finally, if there is any problem, it is adjudicated by the last body, that is judiciary. This is how a law is made, implemented, and adjudicated also in India. Not in syllabus, just for your information. I should not just say act. You should know what is what. So for your information, I just said this. Clear? All of you, this is not there in your syllabus. Do not worry. Pakka? Sure? Yup, sir. Okay. Sir, now let us come to your exam. Yes, sir. Sir, in your exam, they will ask you questions. Yes, sir, Pakka. Sir, what type of questions will be asked? People, there can be three types of question. Sir, the first category of questions are direct. Sir, what is direct? Sir, directly they will ask you, what is this? What is that? You need not use your brain at all. Meaning, Rattamar also will help you here. Where, sir, if it is a direct question? If it is a direct question, it will, you need not use your brain. Something will be there in your book. If you remember, you can write. Yes, direct question. So the second category of question are special questions called case-based questions. Meaning, sir, theoretically everything will be explained. They will give you a situation and they will tell you to use your brain and answer the situation. Sir, they are called as case-based questions. Sir, the third category of questions, they can ask you 1-marker questions, probably 1 or 2 MCQs. Sir, there can be true or false. Sir, there can be difference. What is the difference between this and that? Yes, sir, the majority of it, your case-based question can be asked close to 25 to 30 or 32 marks. Yes, so the direct, true or false differences, all of this put together, this one and this one, both the first and third category, both of them put together can be asked somewhere around 30 marks. So, sir, on an average, it is going to be 50-50. But, sir, this in-depth analysis is not yet given. But yes, this is going to be the approach. Clear? Sir, the minimum marks question can be even 1-mark questions will be asked. I said you 1 mark, 2 mark, that will be asked. Sir, general weightage where you guys need to write 4 markers will be there, 5 markers will be there, 6 will be there. The highest is 7 marks. Clear this part? Yes. So do not worry, in your class we'll be solving question papers also. You will know how, what. So we will go into detail when we are looking into your question paper, because today's date we are just starting, nothing will go inside. So I do not want to waste both our time. Clear? Pakka? Yes, sir. Okay, sir. So, sir, our paper, is it going to be descriptive or MCQ? People, you can assume it as descriptive only. You need to write and pass, not ticking. Inky, pinky, ponky, nothing works here. Yes, we need to study like a donkey. We don't have an option. Yes, okay, wa, pakka. Okay, sir. Let us start. Okay. So let us start your syllabus with the first one. Sir, Indian Contract Act. The first lesson is called Indian Contract Act 1872. Sir, so whenever I write an act, yeah, this is your first chapter. Yes, you can copy from here. Sir, whenever I write any law, yeah, it will have year here. 1872. If you look at Companies Act, it says Companies Act 2013. Sir, what do you mean by that year? Sir, this year here, it signifies the year in which this law was implemented. The year of implementation. or when this law was passed, it will be, you can know it in 1872. Sir, our independence only came in 1947. Sir, 1872, people when Britishers were in India, which was also called as British India, sir, these laws were passed at that time. Not only this, your Indian Partnership Act, your Sale of Goods Act, all this was passed by Britishers when they were in India, which is also called as British India. Yes, correct. Yes, so sir, back then, so whatever are the laws which, yes, there are many other things also. So for us, it is relevant. So that is the reason we have still maintained it. Acts can be demolished. Acts cannot be demolished. It will be called as acts can be repealed. Repealed meaning you can make sure that the entire law will not be effective from today. Possible. It can be done. Yes, and one more thing, we are not following their law. At that time, a law was passed in India only. It is not passed in UK and we are following that. But when they were here, a law was made. And if you ask why, it is useful for us. It is not that they made and went, we should not use it. It is helpful. We need to use. Why? I'll tell you. Yeah. Clear? Yes, sir. Okay, sir. So, sir, the next thing, you from the chapter name only, you can say that it is Indian Contract Act. Yes. So, we will be dealing with lot of cases with regards to this word called contract. Yeah, sir, what is a contract? Why should we study this? Is it important or is it difficult? You only see. I'll explain you the stories. I'll give you the perception. You take a call whether it is easy or how it is. Then you will be able to understand. Yeah, we'll see. Done. Okay, sir. Sir, under Indian Contract Act, let us start our first chapter, that is nature of contract. Yes, sir, nature of contract. Pakka? Okay, sir. Sir, Indian Contract Act, Unit 1, nature of contract. Yes, if you want, you can write it down. Unit 1, nature of contract. Yes. Okay, sir. So, sir, nature of contract. Sir, people, first things first, what is a contract? Simple terms. What is a contract? In your language, what is a contract? Okay, agreement is a contract. Okay, then what is agreement? Okay, sir, what is contract? Agreement is contract. Then what is agreement? Sir, when agreement is contract, contract is agreement, no, sir. A plus B, B plus C. Sir, two people agreeing on something. Two parties agrees to terms and conditions. Okay. Promise, mutual acceptance. Okay. Okay. And people come into an understanding about certain terms. Written form of something. Okay. Okay. People, I'll tell you in simple terms, I'll tell you what is a contract. Most, whatever you said, your way of, correct. Whatever you said, whatever you expressed, it is right in its own way. Yes, even that is valid. Let me add some more points to it. Yeah. Sir, in simple terms, I'll tell you, very simple example. You guys are attending this class. How did you even make it to this class? How did you come here? Sir, you saw our ad or you saw you came to know about your tuitions. You got to know that we are teaching or college or anything. Sir, you got to know about us and you along with your parent, you came here or you called us up. Sir, and you paid us fees and We gave you in return something called cheaty. Sir, what is cheaty? Receipt. Sir, invoice. We gave you something called as invoice. We gave you cheaty. Yes, sir. Sir, you gave us money. Sir, we gave you invoice that we are going to teach. People, what do you think this is? This entire transaction itself is a contract. Sir, is it? We did not know. Yes, it is a contract. Sir, what type of contract? People assume they could have agreed on installments. They could have said, we will teach you. Provided it's okay, even if you could not pay everything at once, you can pay us in 2 installments, 3 installments. But we would have started teaching you. What if you do not pay money? Sir, the tuition has a right to collect the money from you. How? I will come and ask you. You need to pay me money. Sir, I will still not pay money. I will again ask you. You will not pay money. I will write you a strong email. I will again not pay. Sir, now tuition can go to where? When I am not getting my rights resolved, where can I go? Sir, I will go and knock at the door of court. Yes. Yes, people, this is the reason you need to have contract. Imagine if I do not have cheaty. Sir, imagine if I do not have invoice. What will happen? Now imagine the same thing from your end. We have taken money. We won't teach you. What will you do? When you do not have cheaty, what will you do? Yes. So, sir, to protect your interest, even then this will be there. Sir, that is the reason, sir, you need to have something called as contract. Sir, to know what is your right, to know what is your liability, you need to know this chapter called Indian Contract Act. Sir, where and all are contracts? People, I'll tell you one thing. Your day starts with contract. Your day ends with contract. Are you serious? Yes, I'm serious. Sir, give us example. If you guys are staying in a rented house, rental agreement, it is a contract. If you guys have purchased your own property, sir, sale deed, it's a contract. Sir, if at all you guys shop on Amazon, Flipkart, you guys will click on buy now. He will ask you to pay money. You will agree for 4 days delivery. What is that? It is a contract. You will be paying money. He will be delivering you within 4 days. Everything is a contract. Sir, I'm feeling hungry. I order food on Zomato. Imagine money got deducted. What if they do not deliver you the food? What can you do? Sir, contract. You have a remedy. It's not that you, sir, I'll shut my mouth. I'll sit, sir. What to do, sir? Sir, this Janma too. I need to undergo all this. Nothing doing. Fate and all, nothing. You can make sure your rights are protected. Sir, for that you need contracts. For that you need to know what is a law, how can it protect me. Yes. So sir, this is contract knowledge, very important. Not only from exam point of view, if you guys can learn it properly, it is also helpful from your everyday's point of view. Clear? Pakka? Okay, sir. Sir, now imagine when I talk about a law, there are 2 types of law. When I talk about law, there are 2 types of law. Sir, one is called as public law. Sir, the other one is called as private law. Sir, what is public law? Sir, public law applicable to everyone, irrespective of what you do, it is applicable to you. Sir, example. Sir, example is your, say for example, your Motor Vehicles Act. Sir, say for example, your CPC. Your criminal code, sir, IPC. People will tell no. According to IPC section, sir, if I kill someone, sir, if at all there is a murder, sir, there is a robbery, sir, there is anything like that which happens, sir, this law applies to everyone. No one should kill another person. Sir, everyone in India should wear helmet when you are driving a vehicle. No excuses. Sir, are there any exception? If I am a minor, can I drive without helmet? Sir, I am a girl. Can I drive without helmet? Are there any exceptions, excuses? Nothing. Applicable to everyone universally. You can't make any changes in that particular law. Sir, private law is first given preference. Preference is given to the parties. Meaning what? Meaning what? Sir, law is there. Law is there. Law has defined everything. Now we will be seeing Indian Contract Act. It has defined everything. But if you want, you can change it and make applicable to you. Certain things you can change it and make it applicable to you. That only you call it as terms and conditions. Sir, for example, now we both entered into a contract that I will teach you, you will pay me money. Today I will tell you, let us have classes from Monday to Saturday. Sir, syllabus is not going good. We need to take more class. I'll tell you people, let us take it on Sunday. Now, Monday to Saturday was agreed. Are we not changing the terms? Is it the same throughout the world? Is it the same throughout the India? You guys can change it accordingly to your own benefit. Sir, that is only called as the preference is given to the parties. You guys decide what you want. Sir, what if I have not decided anything? Then the law will be applicable. Law will be applicable when the contract is silent. So, Indian Contract Act is a private law. Indian Contract Act is a private law. First, you guys agree whatever you want. Sir, can a law decide that a classes should be sold at 10,000 rupees? No, it can't decide. Sir, can the law tell you that the classes should be conducted only 9 o'clock to 12 o'clock or 4 o'clock to 6 o'clock? Can the lawmakers tell that? No, everything is left to you. If at all you are silent, if your contract has not said anything, then the law will be applicable on you. Then refer to Indian Contract Act. Is this clear? Sir, why is it called private law? You can change it to your comfort. Sir, whatever you want, you make those changes in the law. Pakka? Sure? Yes? Okay, sir. Yes, we have not yet got into the syllabus. You just can take a click of this. Going forward, whatever I'm writing, you can write it down. Clear? So all this is like introduction. If you directly watch Bahubali 2, you will not understand who is Katappa. Why did Katappa kill Bahubali? To know that, you need to know that he is sworn to that kingdom. Whatever the king says, he needs to do. Yeah, so beginning is important. So this is important. Sir, is it there in our syllabus or it is not there in our syllabus? Yeah. Okay. Said that. Okay. Sir, now I want to enter into a contract. Sir, first thing. Sir, whenever I talk about law, even that I'll tell you. Let us understand the basics before we start. Sir, whenever I want to read law, law will have something called as sections. Law will have something called as sections. Yes. Sir, how is it written? It will be written as section 5. Yes. So you need to read it as section 5. Sir, after 5, they would have put one bracket and they would have written 1. You need to read it as, sir, section 5, subsection 1. Sir, after 1, they would have written an alphabet. You need to read it as, sir, section 5, subsection 1, clause A. Got the point? All of you? Sir, in your exam, should we remember, people, whenever a law comes into picture, whenever an act comes into picture, people ask me, sir, give us easy way to score marks. Remember the section. It is very easy, very easy. If you remember the section to score more. Yeah. Sir, now what is a section? Whenever I want to read law, yes, in your book there will be headings, no chapters. Even in law, everything will be given in paragraphs, point wise. The points are only called as sections. Yeah, each chapter it will have sections. That is one particular topic. Every topic will be section. Understanding the point? All of you? See here. Yes, okay. Yes, I am good too. Thank you. For a few of them, COVID was a very good time. But yes, for a few of them, the COVID was a very bad time. So yes, few of them say that yes, it is a boon. Earth went back 50 years. But a person who has suffered the loss, that is irreplaceable. So yes, both are there. So let us not debate. Okay, so sir, see, Companies Act. A act will always be categorized into chapters. Can you see it is just like your book? Chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, chapter 4. Can you see that? Yes, this is Companies Act. Yeah, what is Companies Act? Not worry. Just understand how a law looks. Yeah. Now I'll randomly open one chapter. Okay, let us open a chapter which you guys will have. Yeah, sir. Okay. Now I clicked on chapter. Can you see this thing pop down? Formation of company, members severally liable. Yeah. So chapter is the main topic. Under that, can you see that 3? 3 is the section. 4, memorandum of association. 5, that 5 is section. So that section talks about that topic. Now, if I want to know, for you, this word is not new. Memorandum of association, articles of association. Sir, if I want to know about it, I need to study section 4 of Companies Act 2013. Can you see this? Now, when I open section 4 is memorandum. Under that, can you see number 1? Ignore that 2, but can you see that number 1? So I need to read it at section 4, clause 1. Now under that, can you see subheadings? A. So subsection 4, subsection 1, clause A. Yes. So this is how you need to read law. Getting the fair point, all of you? Understanding? Nothing to do with your syllabus, just extra gyan. Tomorrow when someone says, did you study law? You will say law. Yes, I have studied. They will tell you to read this. You will not be able to read. The next question they will ask you, who is your law teacher? All of you will say, Sai sir. They will not scold you. They will scold me. Yes, so I am protecting my interest. So know it. What? Pakka? Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Clear? Okay. About cases and all, I'll tell you when we are looking into it. So all basics only. Okay, sir. Sir, now when I start talking about contract, sir, how does a contract start? Sir, from here you guys can start writing. Sir, section 2, clause A talks about something called as offer. Section 2, clause A talks about offer. Sir, everything. Okay, first you copy. Sir, there are two parties. One person is called as offerer. Sir, the other person is called offeree. When one person signifies, you guys can copy this, signifies to another, when one person signifies to another to do or to abstain, from doing anything. People, and if you do not understand any word, do not worry, I will explain you word by word. All that you are doing now is copying, so copy. Sir, when one person signifies to another to do or to abstain from doing anything, with a view to obtain, the assent, for such act or abstinence, for such act or abstinence, then he is said to make a proposal or offer. One person signifies to another to do or to abstain from doing anything with a view to obtain the assent for such act or abstinence, then he is said to make a proposal or offer. Students, and you guys may have one more doubt, sir, which material should I study? People, the moment you get my book, you can study only and only my book, no other material required. That is pakka. Sure, do not juggle between books. And I'm trying to make that material even more better by adding your past questions, my own questions into it. So because of that, I might send you every day's lesson that day only, because of that one reason. Yes, I hope you guys coordinate for that particular thing. This thing, yeah, okay. So sir, what is that we are writing? What is that is given in the material? We have a doubt. People, whatever is given in material, it will be a the information in the bare act language. It will be full, lengthy. Tomorrow, imagine the day before the exam, you need to quickly revise. Sir, imagine somewhere, on the weekend, I need to quickly revise the subject. Sir, at that time, you can use this handwritten notes. From the day one, do not stick to this handwritten notes. Handwritten notes should be used only and only as a revision. Sir, the main notes, whatever is provided here, now this will be your main notes, main material. This you guys have to study as and when we are doing the topics. Getting the point, all of you? So what I am doing, see, this is what I am doing. Wherever there is a scope for interpretation, now to make your lives easier, for you to look into that word. So there will be a color, that means here it is an important one. It will be in bold or it will be in caps. Here that I mean that this is important. Do not skip this. So not only me, even my material should talk to you. That is the reason why I do this. If you see, the entire material will be like that only. It will be all colors only. Yes. So I've tried. So this is what I'm adding now. I'm adding you the past exam questions also here only. Yeah. So it may take a little time. little time. Yeah, probably I'll be giving you on a daily basis. I'll send you the material what we have discussed today on your group. Once we are done, the entire thing is done, I'll be giving you a consolidated material also. Yes, I hope you guys cooperate for this. Is it okay, all of you? If you guys are okay, sir, even if without this past questions, we just want a material to manage, I can send you the old material for your reference until you get the consolidated one. That also I can do. At the end of the chapter, even this also I'll give you. Can you do that? I'll do. Sure, everyone? Okay, done. Okay, Chris. I'll send you the updated one also. You can have this also for your reference. Yes. This, they say no. With time, you need to evolve. So even I am trying to do that to simplify the student's life as much as possible. Yeah. So in that words, I'll tell you what and all the new things I've added. So I'll tell you that. Yeah. Okay. So for people who have already bought, do not worry. I'll be sending this also to you. You guys can have it for your reference. Done, all of you? Pakka? Okay, sir. Huh. Yes. Okay, sir. Sir, now let us go back. Huh. Okay. So, sir, section 2, clause A talks about offer. Sir, offer. Sir, what is offer? People, now whenever a contract to start, there are two main things. Sir, what is that? One is called as an offer. The other thing is called as an acceptance. Meaning what? One person should have asked you that I'll give you this. Are you okay? The other person should have agreed for that. Yes, I'm okay taking it. Sir, without this two, offer and acceptance, there cannot be contract at all. Let us take our example only. We offered you to provide you the tuitions. We offered you to provide you the tuitions. Do you want to buy our classes? We gave you an offer. Sir, we are called as offerer. Sir, a person who offers to give something, who asks the other person's decision. Sir, the person who asks is called as offerer. To whom it is asked is called as offeree. Sir, in this case, the offerer, whatever example I am telling you, the tuition is the offerer. Yes, sir, the tuition is the offerer. Sir, here the offeree is the student. Any person who offered you is the offerer. The person who accepted it, yes, sir, we want it. To whom the offer was made, it's called offeree. So, what is an offer? The law says when one person, that is offerer, signifies, meaning he's telling to another, one person is telling to another that to do, hey, you do this, I will give you money. Or I will tell him, you don't do this, I will still give you money. And I give you a choice. Sir, I tell you that I will give you money to do something, or I will give you money to not to do something. And I will ask your opinion. It is not that whatever I say, Salman Khan will say in Wanted. No, what is that? एक बार में commit हुआ तो मेरा बात में, what is that? He says, I'll not listen to my own words. Just something that he'll say. Yeah. So, sir, that cannot happen. I need to take your opinion. Yes. So, sir, here the word abstain means not to do. The word abstain here means, people, in your law, there will be lot of questions in the, you will not be able to understand certain words. So there only I will be writing here as meaning. This means meaning. Abstain means not to do or stop. Yes. हाँ. Yes, एक बार मैंने commitment कर दी. हाँ, that one only. Yes. Sir, with a view to obtain the assent. Sir, what is assent? Assent here means acceptance. I need to wait what you want to tell. Sir, this is called as offer. Sir, pakka we did not understand anything. What is this, sir? Abstain, assent. Sir, why will someone give money to not to do something? Let us break and see as an example point of view. Yes, let us see what does the examples say. Listen carefully. Example number 1. Sir, Arivu Pro offered you, we will teach you. Sir, Arivu Pro gave you an offer. What is that? Do you guys want to learn from us? There was an offer given to you. Did we impose it on you? You should buy it from us. Did we impose it on you? Or was it a fair deal? If you want, you can buy. If not, you can make your choice. There was an offer made to you where you guys had a fair option to say yes or no. Yes, sir. So, Arivu Pro gave a call to a student asking, we will provide you services. Do you want? Sir, and we waited for your opinion. We did not press it on you. If you like it, you buy. If not, you do not buy. An opinion is given to you. An option is given to you. So we wait for your consent. So sir, whatever Arivu Pro made is called as an offer. To do what, sir? We are giving you that we will give you services so that you can give us money. So we are telling you to attend our classes. You can pay us money. First one, this is offer. Sir, now second one. Offer can be either to do something or even not to do something also. Sir, when can this happen? I'll give you a very good example. Do not worry. Sir, do you know this movie? Do you know this movie? Radhe. Salman Khan's recent movie. What is that? Radhe only, no? Or Radha. What is that? Yeah? Huh. Guys, did this movie release on theaters? Did it release in theaters? Salman Khan's recent movie. In lockdown, direct OTT releaser, Direct Z. Yes, did it release in the theater? No, it did not release. Sir, Z people, I think Z5 bought it. Yeah, sir, Z people gave an offer to Radhe. What? Do not release your movie in theater. Do not release your movie in theater. You directly give your movie to me. For that, I will pay you a very, very good amount. Z people told Salman Khan, do not release your movie in theater. You give it directly to me. I will release it on my OTT. I will give you a very, very good compensation. People offer, again offer only, not to do something, not to release a movie in theater. Sir, even this can be an offer. So to enter into a contract, the first thing is offer. An offer can always be to do something or even not to do something also. Clear this one? Any doubt? The first one, all the one is to do only. Your Amazon, Zomato, everything falls in the first one. Not to do. Understood, not understood. Pakka? Yeah. Sir, example number 2. For the same thing, not to do something, people may get confused here. Listen carefully. Sir, there was Pratul. Yes. Sir, Pratul was going in a bike. On a Sunday morning, he was enjoying his jolly drive. He was going on a ride. Sir, in the signal, Adarsh had parked his car. Adarsh had parked his car. Yes, sir, this looks like a bus, but yes, car only, assume. Sir, Pratul took his bike with full speed, 100 kilometers completely. He went and he just ran into Adarsh's car. Sir, bumper full damage, sir, full big accident. Now Adarsh got down. Nothing happened to both of them. Both are safe and sound. So now Adarsh got down from the car. Adarsh said, Pratul, what did you do? Both of us are classmates. You can't do this. You need to look at what things are there. So Adarsh said, I will not leave you here. I will go to court. I will go to police station. I will file a case on you. Pratul said, Adarsh, don't do that. I will be the first person to go to jail in my family if you do that. I don't want this unwanted publicity. Everyone will start calling me and scolding me. You are the first one to go into the police station in our Khandan. That pisses me off more. He requested one thing with Adarsh. What? Adarsh, whatever is the damage, you don't go to court. Whatever is the damage, that repair, what you are telling, for that I will pay you money. Don't go to court. Sir, again, an offer made to abstain. Abstain means to not to do something. Even this is a valid offer. If Adarsh accepts it, it's a valid contract. Understood-a, not understood-a. A people, both the examples, understood, sure, all of you. Pakka, awesome sir. Okay, do one thing, go for a break, 15 minutes, come back. Yes, let us try to split and take break. Let us try to split and take your break so that we can sit for a long hours. Also, we can also have a healthy session. Clear? Go for a break.